7 cars. Looking for the green off of turn number 4. The Sunoco chase for the cup for the Pro Stocks is underway.
Down into turn number 1, Gomes and Estrella. They lead the way. Estrella with a head of steam off 2 to the lead. Down into turn 3.
Darling squeezing underneath the 10 of Gomes, looking for second off of turn number 4. Across the stripe and down into 1. Estrella checks out down the backstretch as they roll down into 3.
Down into turn 3. Dylan Estrella has jumped down to the lead. The battle for second continues to be hot and heavy. Andrew Gomes leading the way over Dave Darling down into 1.
Darling on the inside, the rookie Gomes on the outside, and Andrew has found something true. The 12 and the 30 playing tag off of 4. Pelland down to the inside of Burns.
Down into 1 and 2. That battle continues as Gomes now goes to the second spot over Darling. Battle for fourth continues to be hot and heavy between Burns and Pelland off 4.
Pelland edges out off of 4, but at the stripe it's a dead heat. Arrenegado sits right there behind. Out behind them, you've got the 03 of Kenny Spencer working the outside. Jenison trying to hold on down low while Brightman knocks on the door. Trouble! Kenny Spencer goes around on the front straightaway. Jenison gets involved. Brightman just avoiding the contact there. Looking for the green off the corner, up on the throttle, and we're back underway. Dylan Estrella on the outside gets a good run up top, sets the pace, and Bobby Pelland follows through on the outside off of 4.
Gomes slammed the door there on Dave Darling for a brief second over in 3 and 4. Gomes has the second spot. Bobby Pelland up to third on the outside down the backstretch.
Vinnie Arrenegado following him through up top as they come off the corner. Pelland looking for third. Darling trying to keep that spot as they roll down into turn number 1. Every position, every championship point is oh so important here tonight. They come off the corner. Estrella trying to pick up the max. Darling holding on for third as Gomes sits second off at 2.
Dylan Estrella off 2, down into 3. He's opened that advantage on Gomes. He's not looking back. Window clear out the front as Estrella works down into 1 and 2.
Trouble off at turn number 4. The 1 of Darryl Stampfl, the 92 of Billy Brady. Both go around. And the caution comes out at lap number 9. In the Pro Stocks once again.
We're going to be set to go green flag racing this time by.
Bristol Toyota pace truck out of the way. Down in the infield. Off of 4 they come. Once again, Estrella down up front, half a car length. Make it a car length. And look at Pelland follow through up top. Down into 3. Pelland with a great run up top as they come off of 4.
Across the stripe, down into 1 and 2. Gomes hanging on to that second position, but that outside line gets a good run off turn 2. Pelland and Arrenegado right there as they continue to work off turn 4.
Gomes sits in second spot. Pelland up on the outside behind them. Darling and Arrenegado. And Burns rounds out the top 6. Jenison sits 7th. 8th is the 1 of Stampfl, with the 16 on the outside of Fournier.
Down into 1 and 2, Dylan Estrella starting to skate away again in that number 46 Everett's Auto Parts machine. He works down off turn number 4.
Pelland gets the advantage off the corner. Gomes slides up. Darling trying to get a run down to the inside. Squeezes underneath as a caution comes out at the tail end of the field. The 04 of Hamilton and the 77 of Joerres get together. 11 laps up on the board, ready to go off of turn number 4. Estrella out front, Pelland down to the inside. Green flag unfurls. We're back underway.
Down into turn number 1, Dylan Estrella on the high line. He gets out to the lead. He's going to try to bring Dave Darling on the high line with him. Bobby Pelland relegated to second as they work off turn 4.
Down the front stretch they go, and here comes Burns up into the 4th spot. Gomes back to 5th. Burns on the outside looking for some running room. They hit 3 and 4. Burns goes on the attack on Darling.
Down into turn 1 and 2. Dylan Estrella leading the way in that number 46 Everett's Auto Parts mobile. Dave Darling battling for second with Bobby Pelland. He's on the inside this time as they work through 3 and 4.
Down in the inside goes the 8-time champion. Pelland trying to hang on up top as they hit turns 1 and 2. Burns up to 4th. Here comes Arrenegado down to the inside with the 10 of Gomes working up top across the stripe.
Look now, Dave Darling up to second, contact, trouble on the front stretch.
The 16 of Fournier hard into the outside wall here on the front straightaway. And at lap 15, we are slowed up for the fourth time. Track. Estrella, Darling, off of 4. Green flag is out. Nice even start down into 1. Estrella doesn't get the runaway down into 1, but down the backstretch, he's able to get a half a car length off.
Dave Darling sticking right with Dylan Estrella. Maybe the toughest restart so far for Estrella. They continue to be door-to-door off turn number 2.
Here comes Burns up inside the top 3, winding up that outside lane, settles in right behind the 52 as they cross the stripe. Down into 1. Estrella not able to shut the door.
Here they go down the back stretch. Estrella has now opened up that advantage. Jacob Burns right to the rear bumper of Dave Darling. They work off turn 4. It's Estrella, Darling, and Burns down in 1 and 2.
Arrenegado sits 4th. Pelland rounds out the top 5. Gomes and Jenison battling for 6 with Gomes on the outside having the advantage. They cross the stripe. 19 laps up on the board. Estrella in control. Darling sits about 2 car lengths back, another 2 back to Burns, down into 3 and 4.
Halfway home, 20 down, 20 to go as Dylan Estrella continues to work the lead down into turn 1 and 2.
Off the second corner, Dylan Estrella, the Everett's Auto Parts, number 46, the J&R Precast Machine. 3 car lengths over Darling. They've settled in. Battle for third. Vinnie Arrenegado is closed in on the 30 of Burns. Takes a look down to the inside.
Down into 3 and 4. Battle for third place starting to heat up. Vinnie Arrenegado has checked into the party. Vinnie Arrenegado to the inside of Jacob Burns as they work down in turn 1.
Arrenegado hasn't been on the podium much this year, but he hasn't been far behind. Looks to get up there. Down to the inside of Burns off of 4. They come across the stripe. Door handle to door handle.
Down into 1 and 2, that battle continues. Out front, the gap is open just a smidge from Dylan Estrella to Dave Darling. Darling in the second spot, likes to see what he sees out his rearview mirror. Vinnie Arrenegado, Jacob Burns continue to battle down in 1 and 2.
Down off the second corner, and that lead continues to be 4 car lengths between Estrella and Darling. Off the corner they come. And it is another 6. Back to that battle for third as they race side by side. Vinnie Arrenegado down low. Burns up on the outside. Jacob with a little bit of an advantage down across the stripe with 26 up on the board.
14 laps left to go. Out front, Dylan Estrella continues to be on rails, smooth sailing into 3 and 4.
Off at turn number 4, Burns up top. Edges out, trying to shut the door on Arrenegado. Not able to get the run he needs in that Elmwood Dodge at number 17. Down into 3, nose to tail there. It's another 4 car lengths back to Bobby Pelland, who rounds out the top 5.
Other than the battle between Arrenegado and Burns, the field has worked themselves out single file around the 3rd mile. Dylan Estrella continues to lead as he comes off turn number 4, closing in on 10 laps left here to go.
Arrenegado hasn't given up that fight for third as they roll down off of turn number 2, takes a nose up underneath into turn 3. 10 laps to go, this time at the stripe. Estrella, Darling, Burns and Arrenegado side by side.
That battle has been fun to watch here over the last handful of laps for third spot as Vinnie Arrenegado now back into the fray. Burns now on the defense here is Vinnie Arrenegado looking for third spot off turn 2.
A good run off that second corner for Arrenegado, but here comes Burns back up on the outside. Off of 4, down to the stripe. Arrenegado still holds on to the number 3 spot into 1 and 2.
Into 1 and 2, down into 3 and 4. Single file throughout. Battle for third continues on. We're closing in on 7 laps left to go as the leaders go across the stripe.
Burns back into the 3rd spot as Arrenegado got a little bit loose through turns 1 and 3 and 4. Down into the corners they come. Burns edges out. Arrenegado still battling back down on the inside.
Down into 1 and 2, your leaders go. 6 laps left to go, coming to 5 to go this time.
Into 3 and 4. Your leader comes off the corner and sees the 5 to go signal. Smooth sailing for Dylan Estrella up top. Dave Darling in the number 2 spot. But Burns and Arrenegado continue to battle for third. Burns with a run down the back straightaway, finally able to shut the door.
Off turn 4, your leader comes, working down into 1 and 2. Dylan Estrella works down the back stretch, opening that lead on Dave Darling into 3 and 4.
3 more circuits around the 3rd mile. And Dylan Estrella looking to pick up win number 3 on the season. Rolls off of 4 with the 2 to go signal.
2 to go. Twin sticks in the air. Dylan Estrella looking for that second win here in 2025. He comes to the white flag this time.
1 more circuit for Dylan Estrella to kick off the Sunoco chase for the Cup in Victory Lane. They roll down into 3 and 4 with the checkered flag high in the air. Dylan Estrella will pick up the win. Dave Darling in for second, and Jacob Burns will round out the podium for the Pro Stocks.
4th went to Vinnie Arrenegado. 5th was Bobby Pelland III. 6th went to Andrew Gomes. 7th, Mark Jenison. 8th, Billy Brady. 9th, Darryl Stampfl. 10th was Billy Joerres. 11th was Jaden Hamilton. 12th was Colby Fournier. 13th was Kenny Spencer. And rounding out the field in 14th, it was Mike Brightman.
Well, I don't think you ruined anything tonight, Dylan. This car was money tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the starting spot definitely helps out huge, but, man, this thing was unbelievable, man. But, I mean, I'm a driver. I got some things I want to change a little bit, just a little bit to see if it'll get a little bit better. But
I got some guys in the pits that are going to tell you to close that mouth of yours.
Hey, I'm the one with the steering wheel, though, so.
This thing fired off on the restarts perfectly each time on the outside. Did at any point you think of trying the inside on the restart?
No, it's just there's just no bottom groove here anymore. If you got the outside going into 1 and 2, you can control the guy all day long. 3 and 4 kind of has started to even out this year. And if you can kind of just keep whatever you gained in 1 and 2, if you can keep that going in 3 and 4, you're going to get him coming back around, hopefully, as long as the guy doesn't drive into you. And, I mean, everyone that was on the bottom of me today, man, ran me with respect, and that's exactly how we should be racing.
It's got to feel real good kicking off the Sunoco chase for the Cup with a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Big thank you to Big Jeff, Dad, Jim, Mike, Roy, Everett's Auto Parts, Everett's Tire Center, Jane R. Precast, Brittany, Mom, Millie, she went to bed, which kind of sucks. I want to get a picture with her, but my wife, everybody that comes out on the backstretch, Jeff, Jackie, Scott, everybody, thank you. I know I'm forgetting people. I always do.
That's okay. At least you remembered your sister this time. Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory. David, a great run for second tonight. You know, it's not bad. You started off out here. You're finishing out here as well.
Yeah, you know, one spot short, but congrats to Dylan that he had a fast car. We were just a tick too tight all day. Really tried to get it out. Couldn't. We thought we had it for the feature. It wasn't any better. And then I think I had a motor issue with about 3 to go. It all of a sudden sounded a lot different. So.
Well, they're not supposed to sound different with 3 laps to go, but you got to feel real good coming out, kicking off the championship chase with a second place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm yeah, top 5, cars in one piece. It's always a good run. You know, the championship thing, that's another deal. These guys can fight for that. We'll show up every week, try to win some races.
And if it falls, it falls.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank Waterwiz Water Park. Hopefully for month of October, we'll have Hallowiz haunted event. Come to stop down, see our, there's a festival for kids, and then there's a haunt for people that like the scary stuff, so come and see us. Got to thank Jeff Bellier for all the hard work. I mean, we've been throwing the sink at all these cars that we brought this year. We wreck one and don't have parts, so we bring a different one. Fortunately, we have 2. I got to thank Seekonk Grand Prix, my dad, for all he does. Gary Johnson, Bristol Toyota, the whole crew. And again, Ronnie Pond for his induction into the Seekonk Speedway Wall of Fame. I mean, you know, what can I say? He's the greatest, probably the greatest crew chief to do it here at Seekonk Speedway and, you know, in New England.
All right, congratulations, great run. Second place to Dave Darling. Contest, it appears, But, Jacob, you really had to work for that third place tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We're just a tick too tight on the bottom and they get free off. So we're fighting that all day. And, Vinnie ran me clean. Thanks for him. We had a good battle, I think, for the last 20 laps. It was between me and him, and that outside us a tick better than the bottom. So we were able to hold him off. But, yeah, this playoff format is definitely going to be cool. I think we're still leading it by 1. Dylan had a great run tonight. He was too fast. But huge thanks to Timmy Potter, my uncle, all my sponsors, my crew that came out tonight at Seekonk Speedway.
Pretty good weekend for you. A first, a second, and a third. Not a bad way to go home tonight.
Yeah, definitely not. We're going to come back even better. So.
Great run, third place. How about a round of applause for our podium finishers? Finishing third, Jacob Burns. Second to Dave Darling. And back in victory lane for the second time this year, Dylan Estrella.